Hello, everybody. Hello. It's Christy, and it's Tuesday, and it is journal time. It's journal time Tuesday. So I am here because I promised you guys we're going to be working on our little woodland creature journal, and it is a Christmas journal planner. And I'll kind of go over, what the difference is. There's really not a whole lot of difference. It's just whatever your preference is. And stuff is already falling, except for snow. Snow is not falling yet. But you guys, it's Christmas in the craft room. I came in here yesterday and I was taking down all of my Halloween stuff, and I put some new Christmas stuff up. We're doing like a pink, I'm going to incorporate a little bit of beach theme in here as well. So I hope you guys like what you see. There'll be more coming. Hi, Mom. So I know it's late, and I am very sorry because I planned on coming on here a whole lot earlier. My husband didn't sleep very much, so I had to make sure he got to sleep, and I didn't want him to cook dinner or anything, so I was cooking dinner, and my daughter had a dental appointment today, and coming back from the dental because it's in our old town, so it was almost 2 hours of traffic. And it was right around rush hour. So I am so behind and stressed out, but here I am. I'm still here to come kind of craft with you. I did send out a telegram. So we'll wait for a couple more people to join. I am super excited about this though. Now, this is not my kit. This is not my printables. I am giving full credit. I just happened to find it online, and I was like, this is something that I will make on a Journal Time Tuesday to kind of explain what a Christmas planner is. For journaling, and this actually came from My Porch Prints. She has a website and a YouTube. It's My Porch Prints Junk Journal Tutorials, and I have posted the link to this kit that you can purchase from her, and it is, I think it's less than $3. So less than $3, and then of course you have the file always in your purchase history when you have an account with Etsy, and it's free to get an account with Etsy, not to sell, but it's free to have a customer account. So that is what we're doing tonight. It was a little cool in here, but now I'm hot that all the lights are on. So hubby just left. I'm surprised the dogs aren't barking. So what I did was I cut out some things here already for you because I would like to try to put this journal together. And I would also like to try to work on some hidden paper clips because I wanted to maybe make 1 or 2 of them for our planner journal. Hello, Nancy. How are you? Long time no see, my friend. Well, actually, you weren't on my live not that long ago, but it's good to see you. It's been a bit. How are you? How was your Halloween and fall season? You guys were still in the fall season. However, in Florida, it is cold at night, so it feels like winter already here. It does. So you guys, when you get this whole kit, when you purchase it from her, you download the file and then you print everything. And I'm going to show you kind of what everything comes with. First of all, you can print this on cardstock, or you can print this on sticker paper. I did do one little tag ahead of time just to kind of get ahead of ourselves, but I'm going to hole punch some of these, and we're going to use these for some of our hidden paper clips today. The other things that you're going to need is some hi, Marlene. Hello, hello. Some scrapbook paper. This is probably the best one, particularly for this style of journal. You have all different kinds, but this one I got from Hobby Lobby, and this is Vintage Christmas. I believe this one is half off. I'm not certain though, because I think I found this. Oh, I've been missing you too. I've been working in my new woodworking shed. Never get on live. Oh, you got a new woodworking shed? Oh, Nancy, that sounds interesting. Oh, I will say, I'm kind of, all of you that do woodworking and cuts and everything like that, I commend you for it. I don't think that's anything that you'll see. I did do some wheels, like my husband helped me for like the bunny kits that we did at Easter time, but I failed wood shop. I was so bad and so scared because I need these fingers to keep crafting with you guys. I'm terrified to So I give mad props to anybody that does that. So, all right. So you're going to get all of the pages. I think it's a total, you're learning. It is a learning curve. I bet. You're going to get all the pages. I think it comes out to be like 16 or 21 or some pages. So you will go through some cardstock. So get it in Hobby Lobby or Michael's when it's half off or when it's a certain percentage off, or use a coupon and get your large sacks, because all of these I did print on cardstock. She even suggests in the actual instructions to print on cardstock. Let's see, it's right here. Print on cardstock. So you get all of the pages. You get a front and a back. Look at these little critters. They're so cute. So cute. And then you're going to get some fussy cut things that you can journal with. These are like the little hedgehogs and the little bunnies. And all of this was under $3, which when you put this much work and for getting so much, you guys, I know we have a lot of free people that give out, you know, free prints and everything too. I like to support both, because I still like to support the people that they make a living on this, or they try to make a living on this. And aren't we all trying to make a living right now? And I also support the ones that support us because we're in those positions and we can't afford. So I support both. So it comes with tags, or you can use these as pockets, which we'll probably be doing some pockets on this one. And then it comes with like different tabs and different title sheets. Hello, Kathleen. How are you? You have the bunny? Oh my gosh, you have the bunny still? Oh, I'm so glad you have that still. So this right here is this is why I say this is perfect for a planner. You could use it as a regular junk journal, but I like having a planner because it seems like, especially during the holidays, we get very involved with whatever's happening with the season and things get crazy. We all can agree that things get crazy around the holiday. This kind of helps you organize yourself so you're not rushing around the last minute. Raise your hand if you were up till 4 a.m. or 2 a.m. or something like that on Christmas Eve wrapping presents. Or if you were wrapping presents on Christmas Day. Hi, Kathleen. So, hi, Robbie. Oh, you're going to like this one. So this is just kind of a way to kind of put your thoughts down in a cutesy way, create something, have a little therapeutic moment, and keep you organized, or at least try to keep you organized. Hello, my sweet Sandra. So it comes with that. So these are going to be, you could use those for anything though. You can use these for cards. It comes with a lot, and I will put the link in this live when I'm done with, you did make it. I'll put this in the live when I'm done so that you guys will have the link to her shop where you can get this. Or you guys can find things too and just use whatever, but we're going to use this one to support our friend. So there are the tags for this, and I love the bird one and the fox one. Those are so cute. And then if you watch the YouTube video on her site, which it'll show in the instruction sheet, you'll get it like this. She does give a freebie, and it's like a little pocket kit. So if we have time, if you guys are not in a hurry, I'm going to be on tonight. We are going to finish this book. I started it. We're going to finish it. So I know some people go on live late and I usually don't, but I have nothing else to do. Eventually sleep. I got to put the fan on low because I'm hot back here now because I'm talking with all these lights. Okay, hopefully my papers will stay. Okay, so let me show you what I did so far. I did cut some tabs and some titles out, and I'll show you what they look like. Sandra, sweetheart, I need to text you. I need to call you. I need to call my own mother. I haven't had a chance to call anybody. My life has just been and I'm ready to just, tomorrow this girl's taking a day off and I'm breathing for a little while. So this is what I did. Basically, these are going to print off on your 8x10 paper like this, however it prints off. And then you're going to cut all those pages out. You guys, don't spend a lot of time on this. Use your paper cutter when it comes down to this, to the pages part. It's a lot easier and goes faster. I gotta hit the hay, but I wanted to say hi and sprinkle. Girl, I'm so jelly. You are behind me in hours and you're already going to bed. It's 9 o'clock here, by the way. It's 9:17 because we had our time change, Sandra. So I'm closer to time than you. But thank you for sprinkling me out. I love you and I'll message you. I will message you, girl. I will message you. Okay. So what I did was I cut all of them out and we are going to fold them and we are going to start making our little journal. When we are gluing these guys together, we're going to use different glues. It's going to start to thicken and make our little binding piece here. It also comes with a binding piece. I'm not sure I love the binding piece, so that part I may have inked it already because I don't know where it went. But I will show you. It does come with a piece that we could either use or we can make our own middle binding piece. I get up at 4? Oh my gosh, then yes, it's your bedtime. I understand. Okay, I've been getting up at like 7:30. So, and going to bed usually at 2 or 3, depending on the day, depending on the occasion or what's going on. So, all right, you guys. We'll cut some of these later because I will show you. And then I do have some embellishments. I have some fabric. I have scrapbook paper, obviously, for backgrounds, and some ribbon. And I do have this to garnish as well. And I have some vintage lace. So we're in it to win it. So I'm going to show you how I put these together. And we are going to use different glues. I did get a little bit of the glue inside, so that's why it's kind of sticking, but it should go away soon. So this is what I have so far. We will be putting our title page or our cover page on here. Hi, Sue! But I want to just kind of put the build together for you so you guys can see. So now if there is an image that you just like, say, I don't like frogs, inks it. Just take that one out. You don't have to do all the pages. The thicker the spine though, I think it's better. Cause I have worked a little bit with that, but it's a-okay if you don't want to do that. So I'm going to put our little, let's see. I love this little duck too, you guys. There's so much. So I'm going to kind of mix this up a little bit. I'm going to put our mouse toward the beginning. Okay. So what I did is I started and I folded this in half, and then I'm putting white to white, white to white. So you don't print this front and back. I know you guys are going to be like, why not? I mean, you could, but then you have no way unless you're going to sew it in. That would be the only way. If you wanted to do a sew journal, then you would put these back to back and fold them, and then you would sew them. So you have one on each side. But that's an option, but we're not doing that option. We're doing the easy white to white. So this is kind of the time consuming part, is just kind of folding it, you know, as straight as you can. And then I'm using my bone folder to just kind of fold them up. And you just want to get it as close as possible so it doesn't look wonky, but honestly, things are going to attach. Things are going to come out, and you have tags and all that other stuff. So I'm going to use my glue, and you want to go right to the edge because you don't want the book to start falling apart. And I, for good measure, put a little extra on the inside here. So that's what I'm doing. But you guys, these prints are so cute, and I'm sure there are so many talented creators out there for this kind of thing. Okay, so now what I'm doing is now I have white to white, and I'm just going to use my bone folder, or you can use your scraper, whatever you have, even the back of your scissors. And I'm just kind of reinforcing it and sticking it down. And you can pretty much make a journal like this either way, any way you want. Now, if you feel like there's a piece that's coming apart, like right there, just stick your little glue stick in there on either side and push it together. And that's kind of how you hold those two things together. And then we just do it kind of all over again. You put our glue in. Now, I will say when you go to her tutorial, it's basically the same thing. She has a beautiful tutorial. It's nothing like mine, but I like to chit chat and share. And some of us don't like to do the YouTube thing. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this because I forgot. I will say on her tutorial, she is using Fabri-Tac glue. And we will be using some Fabri-Tac glue as well. I just wanted to show you that all kinds of glues will work. You just have to be careful and line it up when you're using this permanent glue because it does stick really well. You guys may know that working with your ATCs. And you just kind of want to have them all straight in a row. And you have a little wiggle room if it's a little off center to pull it. Now, I will say the only thing you want to make sure is that you're putting them all in the same order and you don't do it upside down. I have yet to have that happen to me, but you know, it's late and you never know. So tell me what your temperature is. Oh, Robbie, you're in Minnesota. Robbie, what is your temperature up there? I'm dying to hear this because I know I heard Marlene's already 43 on Beth's Live. That's crazy, Marlene. But I will say it was 45 in Gainesville this past weekend. We had one of the coldest Halloweens. I don't remember it ever being that cold. I think it was cold like that one time. So, Sue, what's your temperature? I'm dying to know what everybody's temperature is. Because this is like the transition period where it's not quite freezing yet, but it's hot for some people. Next week is going to be back in the 80s, 65 and going to, oh, it's going to rain tomorrow. Oh, that stinks. Now, if you look, see how I have a little imperfection up here? This is a little bit higher. That is okay, because we're going to put stuff in there, but you just want to have as straight as possible. Saturday, our high is supposed to be 38. Ooh. My goodness, I could not. I don't know if I could. All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and fold the rest of these because you get the gist of it. So, are you guys here for it? There's nothing else to do. I could tell you about my crazy day. Halloween was rainy, but it wasn't too bad for Minnesota. Halloween, I think it rained one Halloween that I remember. I'm sure it's rained more than that on Halloweens, but we pretty usually get drier weather and it's nice. And even if it does rain, there's so many things that the kids could do, like, you know, the trunk or treats and stuff. So my daughter was here because she had to work that day and we were out of town. So my daughter said we got about 10 trick-or-treaters, which is kind of sad because we had about 30 last year. Like, we have so much candy left. It's not even funny. They are super cute, aren't they? And if you make a mistake like that, that's okay too. If one is a little thicker, you're going to put the tabs on here anyways. So I wanted to get some of this book done ahead of time, but we're going to try to finish it online because I don't have anywhere to be. And if you guys do, then you get to come back and just watch me on fast forward and see the end result. Hello, Cheryl. How are you? Hello. We're talking about temperatures. How was your Halloween? All that good stuff. I was stuck in 2-hour traffic today, so I wasn't able to do much of anything. My daughter was in charge of the radio, and we needed the radio on to keep me awake because I was so tired. So, all right. So we are working on, Cheryl, we're working on our Woodland journal. And I'm just kind of showing you, basically, we're just doing white on white. I love your Grinch hat light. Behind you. I hope Santa gets me one. Oh, well, I have to put batteries in it. I'm good, thanks. I'm good, except for the 2-hour traffic I was in. But other than that, I'm fine. That was crazy. But my daughter had to go to the orthodontist because most of you know the story. She has to have oral surgery, and the oral surgeon said that they will not do the surgery with her wires in. So they canceled her surgery, and we now have to get her... Well, we had to get her wires out. She got that done today. So now they can do the surgery, and then we'll have to go back to the orthodontist to have them put back on. So it's just a lot of time off and time consuming things. And, you know, obviously I'm not going to leave my daughter alone to go to the oral surgery, and her orthodontist is in another town. So she can't get there herself. So it's just time consuming, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to try, because we've used a little bit of this glue, I'm going to try a little bit of fabric tack and see if that helps or makes a difference. And fun fact about fabric tack, this is not water-based. So even if you have a lighter piece of paper that you're trying to glue, and I'm going to work fast with this, it's not going to wrinkle that paper. At least that's what I'm told. When you do this, you just do the edges. Just a thin little line is fine. And you can put like a little bit in the middle just to kind of give it a little extra hold. So you don't want to put it too close to the edges though, because you don't want to squish it out. So just leave a little bit of room on the edges. And technically you're not doing this side, you're just doing this side. So I don't know if it does an immediate hold, but since we're doing this anyway, you like the frog printable? I was very skeptical of putting that one in here, but that's okay. I'll have like tags and stuff too that we can do. I know some of you asked about the paper clip too, so yeah. So another thing is you can put this together and let it sit overnight with like a book, a heavy book or something on it, just so it kind of gives it that strong hold. We're just going to work with it tonight. Hopefully it dries in time. If not, we'll just go back to our trusty little glue stick because it seems to be working just fine with that as well. Of course, I left my drink out there. All right. You don't want to get any in between the pages because then they'll start sticking with each other. Honestly, this is a very good option if you have time for it to dry. I'm not sure I love it for like immediate use though. Oh, it's sticking pretty good. We can cut some things out and then, hello, Miss Karen, how are you? We can make a few paper clips while it's drying before we finish it. We are working on our little Woodland Creature journal tonight. It's actually a Christmas planner, and I'll show you why here in just a minute. Because we have different tabs and stuff. I'm actually going to go back to the regular glue, you guys. I like it better. I do. I like it a lot better. Let me use this. Well, no, I'll use my regular. This is the wrinkle-free one. I'm not worried about it because we're just gluing pages together, but I would use this for our other things. But I did get this pack of Scotch permanent glue stick, and it seems to be working really well, so I'm just going to use that. So you don't have to have fancy glue to do this either. Miss Karen, this is a printable from, it's less than $3 right now on Etsy, and it's from My Porch Prints. They've been on Etsy a long time. They're very well known. So I did not, I'm not selling it or anything. I'm just telling you guys about it. But apparently some of my followers said that they like this brand and they've used it before. more, but you get a lot for less than $3. So see, there's those. And I love the way you have like an option to put, like you can put a pocket here, or you can put a pocket here if you want to like cover like the bottom part of like the animal or something. It's very interesting. Okay, let's see. That's my front. We're almost there. We only got a couple pages left. So look at this duck. I absolutely love this duck. I just put that in my Amazon cart. Yay! You're going to like it, Karen. I hope you do. I love it. Everybody has their own opinion on everything though, right? But I do love it. If you're fast, like if you put something down, it sticks really good. But if you're fast about it, you can fix your mistakes. That's what I like about it. Like this, I pushed it over too much. Let me see if I can just kind of wiggle it down a little bit. And again, once this is all together, no one's going to know. I'm so happy you have it in your cart. Yes, I have a growing cart as well. And then when my bills come, I'm like, what do I absolutely need right now? And then, you know, some of the stuff I just let it sit for a while until I'm ready to work on the project. And then I already have 5 other projects planned. Does anybody else have that problem, or is it just me? Oh, goodness me. Okay. Just making sure we're all facing the right way. There we go. Okay, one more here. That's our little squirrel. And then we'll do, I'm telling you guys, I want to finish tonight. So we're going to make this together, start to finish, pretty much. Yes, my porch prints. So Karen, I told everybody earlier, I don't think you were here yet. I put the link for this printable kit in my comment, my previous post from this post when I told you guys I was going to be late. So you can go on there and purchase it from her if you'd like. Or you can just look at their other prints. She has some really beautiful, cute prints. I'll probably be buying a few more of those to work on. But there's other things I do have planned, though, on this page, and I'm super excited about. Okay, so here's our planner so far. We are going to put our front and back to this, but this is a no-sew journal. All we did was glue our cardstock pieces together. We used fabric tack and the permanent glue. Whatever glue you have should work. I did get a little glue on the inside there, but just so you guys can see. The whole kit to this book with all the printables, the tags, the tags and tabs, all of that. When my kids will be asking me what I need for Christmas, I'll tell them, let's see what's in my cart. I love it. Amazon gift cards. Tell them, Amazon gift cards. That's the perfect gift. And they can give it to you in a cute little signed card or something. Or they can wrap it. They can wrap it like a cute little gift. So those are all the printables in here. I used them all. You guys can use them all, or you don't have to. Now we are going to use, there's a front and a back. So you guys get to choose. Hello, Miss Beth. You guys get to choose which one you want on the front or the back. I have this cute little bunny, or I have this little hedgehog. So, can you guys guess which one I'm going to use? This might be a trick question, because I have told you guys that I love this certain animal around Easter time. However, what is Christy? What do I always claim to be, right? Different. So we're going to go with the hedgehog on the front. That's going to be our title. Now, I will say, all of the prints I printed out. Yes, Beth got it. All of the prints I printed the same, like in one shot through my printer. You do have the option to play around with the sizes, but for your first time, I would definitely not play with the sizes. Just keep it the way you want. depending on how you cut them out and how it's put together, you may have a little bit of extra on the other piece. That's okay. We can put trim there. But because we're going to put a binder on this, and I'm using a little bit different of a binder than what is included in the kit, I'm going to make sure that my hedgehog is put all the way to the edge of this. And I'll show you why here in just a minute. That's going to be the next thing. Apparently I'm sticking all over to myself. And these are going to be like your title pages and your tags. And we'll talk about that once we have it all put together. I was going to do this a part 1 and 2 series, but I was like, no, we're just going to do it at one. That way you guys can fast forward the parts. So you definitely want to check and make sure it's all going one way when you're going to glue this down. So I'm going to actually glue my piece first, so I can line it up on my paper properly. Okay, now I'm going to take this. I'm going to take my glasses off so I can see, because Christy is a nearsighted person. And we're just going to go all the way to the edge. And it's okay if there's a little bit of white behind, or, you know, at the top or the bottom. You just don't want a lot of white on the edge there. It does seem to like these pages are a little bit smaller, but it could have been the way I cut them. It could have been the way I glued them. Okay, so there is this part. Now we're going to do the same thing to this part. I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. Okay. Because we may lose a little bit of our image on the right, only because of the way I'm doing my binding. Notice how I'm straightening my edge, and then I'm working that glue in there like that. And then you can use your bone folder. Okay. Now, we do have this pesky little binder piece that we have to do something with. And I will say, I swear I had it. It does come with one. And I think I put it to the side because I was like, oh, we're not going to use this. But it does come with one. I didn't like the way it looked. It looked like the actual journal needs to, is this right here? No, that's not it. Yeah, it's gone. It's okay. I will say I don't want to use it though, because I think this is too thick. So what I am going to do is find my cap that I lost. There it is, rolled under here. What I am going to do is I am going to put a little binding piece here. Now, there is a couple ways you can do this. You could do it with a piece of cardboard or a piece of chipboard, which I have to grab. Or you could use a piece of ribbon. Double it up, I would say, double it up. Sort of like this. And I'll show you guys what I mean. I'm going to use something different though, but this is just options that I'm giving you. So what you would, you'd use your fabric tack. So you would start just, I would say you want the book to be held together nice. So I would say maybe just about, what is that? A half an inch in, half an inch, something like that. And then you bring it in this way. Of course, you would do it about a half an inch here too. And this ribbon is just far too wide, but that's okay because we're going to cut it a little bit thinner. But basically we would fabric tack that in, and that would be the side of your journal. Now, once you have those in place and they're attached really well, you just cut those ends off unless you pre-measure it. I just cut them off because I don't care if I have a little bit hanging off the side. Sometimes it makes it a little, you know, more rugged and raggedy anyway for these types of journals. But I would say do it twice. So do one and then do another just to reinforce it. Now I do have, you guys can help me with decisions. I have this ribbon set aside, but I think this is too primitive. I did have this, which I'm thinking would not look bad because it's green and it's not really Christmassy, so it doesn't overpower the image, and it's supposed to be being Christmas. And then I found my homespun from my jelly roll, and I think this is the perfect width, to be honest. I may cut a little bit off. But I kind of like that. Do you guys like that one? I kind of want to go with this one. If you guys agree, tell me yes. So what I'm going to do is I am going to kind of double up on this and cut it. And then I'll probably cut like the edge off of like this top green piece because I don't think I need it that wide. Which one do you guys like the most? I'm thinking I'm going to do this one. And it's okay if it's, you know, a little frayed. I kind of like that look. But we are going to do something to kind of cover some of it, and I'll show you guys what I mean here in just a bit. Yes, you like this one, Beth? Okay. Look at me asking questions tonight. Actually, we're going to use this piece too. Don't throw it away. Don't throw away your scraps. Now, like I said, you could put something here to kind of reinforce it, another piece of cardboard, or another piece of cardstock. I would use chipboard. I'm just going to kind of wing it tonight, if you will. So I am going to glue my two pieces together. I'm going to use my fabric tack again. I have done this once. It was a more put together book, but I think this will work just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and just attach my two pieces together so I can double it. I will say this does get sticky and dry. So if you see it not coming out, you can just kind of pull on it a little bit. Get that excess off. And now we fold. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Oh, I folded a little my flap there. There we go. I think I did good, y'all. I think I did okay. All right, let me wipe my finger off. We're going to go ahead and put the cap on this. That's the number one thing I would say to do on that, is to make sure that you're capping that glue, because it does dry pretty quickly. It's even stuck to my hands even with a baby wipe. Okay. So now we're going to try to kind of see where we're at with this. And you do want it strong, especially if you're going to be using this book daily. And I'll talk about, you know, what we would use the book for and everything. This is what I mean by chipboard, you guys. This is what I mean by chipboard. You could put a little piece, see how thick it is, and glue that to it on the inside. We could do that. It's very optional. I'm going to see if it works for me. if I like it. If I don't like it, we'll ink it, but at least we know. And we only need it to be about as thick as our spine. And all of your journals are going to be different. Like, as it depends on the size of the cardstock that you use as well. And all of that stuff. So it's all going to kind of just be kind of eyeball it. Okay. Oops, we got our thing sticking in there. All right, so I would say let's go ahead and do it. Now, you could take the cardstock and do what I'm doing with the fabric. You don't have to use fabric. I just kind of like the ratty look, but if you will. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Did you have fun with my mom this weekend? I'm sorry I missed her. Okay, I am just doing this, and we'll let this hold while I show you some of the tabs. Okay? If I'm confusing you, please let me know, because this is my version of it. Because I didn't like the other version. Okay. So we're just kind of sticking it on there and letting it hold. If you see it's coming up a little bit, that's okay, because we are going to put this on there. Where do I buy my chipboard? I buy my chipboard. There's different kinds and there's different thicknesses, but I buy mine on Amazon. Hello, Miss Amy. How are you? We're working on this cute little woodland journal from My Front Porch Prints. Or My Porch Prints, not My Front Porch. I'm trying to like say the wrong thing here. And honestly, this is going to hold in just a few minutes. And then we'll go ahead and put our piece over it. But while I'm going to set this to the side for now, I'm actually going to kind of prop it up here so gravity helps me. Ignore that right now. Hello, my soul sister. I didn't even see what you wrote. Okay. It comes with these tabs. Now the tabs go on the inside of, and this is all optional. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to. These tabs are just a way to kind of pull to that piece, and you can make your own. Like, you can write something on here. Like, say you want to go to the page that has your schedule, like scheduled events, Christmas parties, work parties, your, Christmas photos, whatever related to what's going on for Christmas, the events. You can write it on this side, and then it'll take you right there. Here's the events page. There's an events, and then there's a schedule. Like, if you have a different schedule for Christmas, or if you have a vacation that you need to put down, things. There's your to-do list. I'm sure this could probably take up about 2 pages in our journal. Here is your shopping list. Okay. And then food. What foods are we going to make? Recipes, ingredients. Put that in your journal. And then here's your stockings. Like the things that you want to put in everybody's stockings. Or, what you have. Your Christmas card list. This is cards. You have all of these different gifts. Like, who do I need to buy a gift for? I don't know about you, but at the end of the year, right before Christmas, I am scrambling for somebody that I missed. At least I can write it down and not, worry about it. Let's see. This is inspiration. If you see a Christmas craft that you want to make for somebody, that would be that. So, and then it comes with all these cute little tabs. This one says Christmas trees, sleigh rides. You have this kit, Amy? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I got this kit like last week, and I was like, we have to make this on Journal Time Tuesday. So this is all optional, your tabs and everything. I'm making mine a little different. Did you have trouble with the spine that she gave you? because I don't think it was thick enough for my cardstock anyway. And I use a pretty good cardstock. See, this is the list, what it looks like right here. And then you have the little Merry Christmas or Christmas planner. You could cut that out and put it on the front. We're going to decorate it. We're going to put this whole thing together. It's going to be a longer live, but that's okay. All right, so I think what I'm going to do, let me show you the things I cut out. This was just, I was playing around with my coffee stain. So I got that cute little owl. This is my coffee stain paper. Highly recommend if you are going to cut out these characters, do it on coffee stain paper. I think it would look so cute. So, and then these are the ones that I did cut out. So you have the cute little owl, and then the Christmas tree. Beth, Amy, and I are soul sisters. I don't know if you knew that. Holly Jolly with the Christmas mouse. You could turn this into an ornament. You do not have to put these in your journal, but how adorable are these? I am such a sucker for like these kind of things. You guys probably already know that right now. Okay, so I'm doing a fabric, spine. So I'm not trying to open it right now. Okay, so what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, the tags. Let's cut out some tags. And I'm gonna make a pocket in it. So we'll chit chat here for a minute. Your printer is amazing. The vivid colors. Oh yes, I have it. Epson 3850. I haven't put it together yet. I need to print it and the daily journal. You are here. I've always thought you both had similar tastes. You're so funny, Beth. It's so funny that you knew that before we even knew each other. I love it. We were talking about horror movies, though. I don't do horror movies. So there are some things that... Otherwise, that would be too weird. I think Amy's going to try to come see us in July, maybe. I thought that's what she said. I don't know. If she says no, we'll have time to convince her. Ha ha ha. I felt bad. I had to pop out of your live the other day, Amy. We had family stuff going on, and I was like, oh, I gotta leave for a second. These are just so precious, and it's so easy to put together. Like, you can put these together. These make great gifts, especially for the busy. Who says you have to give somebody a Christmas gift on Christmas? You can give it to them ahead of time, especially if you know, like, say you have, like, I don't know, a daughter that's really busy. Lindsay, how are you? We're putting together a really cute Christmas journal. And I am using a print from my porch prints on Etsy. But this journal is amazing for $3. As soon as it's planned, you'll book the flight. That's so amazing. I can't wait. So in case you're new, we, meaning Beth from Craft Room and Confessions, and we live very close to each other, and we have talked about this year I'm not doing a Craft Box Live, only because my family and I are celebrating an early Christmas together, because my kids are going to be going other places for Christmas with, you know, their significant others and all of that. So we planned our family Christmas mid-December so that everybody can fly here, fly home, and still have time to do their Christmas stuff. So it's going to come really early for us this year, which is another reason why Christy needs this planner to help. Hello, Carrie. So with all of that going on, I decided that this year we're not going to do a Craft Box Live. Just because it was a lot of work. It was my first one, and it was very small. And also, with that being said, we're switching it up a little bit this year. No ornament exchange, but we are doing an ATC exchange. So I will have more information on that next week, because nothing's going to come to me. You're just going to get a person and an address, and you're going to make them an ATC card and send it to them. If you want to include something extra, that is totally up to you. It is not required, though. We don't need any extra, you know, pressures on anybody, especially during this time of year. And you know, the economy the way it is as well. So just so you guys know, that is what I plan on doing. I have some paper scraps for you. Yay! You know I love my paper scraps. I have to be careful what I can take now, though. It's so funny. I'm getting full. Okay, so we're doing Deck the Halls. I'm going to turn this into a pocket. Also, you guys can make your own. You don't have to use this for your list. You can make your own on the back or however you want it. If you need to make like a Christmas list or, you know, whatever you wanted to do. All right, I think this is dry enough. This stuff does dry pretty quickly. So let's do this. We're going to move this out of the way. We're going to use my big hole punch for some of the characters. And we're going to make, we are going to make a hidden paper clip before we're done. All right, so I'm just kind of taking this and just eyeballing it to see about what would be half and half. Now, because I folded this edge, I'm going to leave this part right up against this and probably glue it down. I'm going to cut just a little bit on this binding piece. Just make it, instead of square, I'm making it a little bit more like cornered, just so it's not bulky. So I'm just kind of quartering these. Don't cut off too much. Okay, that's fine. Now I'm going to line this up here and go up. So I'm going to kind of eyeball it. You guys cannot see this part, but I'm going to just see about what's half and half. And now I'll just go ahead. I got my piece locked in where I'm going to put that glue. And I'm just doing a zigzag across, but you guys can do whatever you feel that you need to do. I'll just do one piece up the side too, just in case. Remember, you can always add glue later. And now I will put it on the back. I definitely am going to trim this, or I could always I'm going to trim it. I'm just not going to get glue on my scissors. That's why I folded that in, if that makes sense. And like I said, it's okay if it's rather, you know, if it's a little. Now, I'm going to kind of squeeze that in there a little bit. And I'm going to make mine round. You can make yours square. I personally like the round. And at this time, while it's still kind of attached on this piece, if, say, you don't want it all the way over that side, you can just take your scissors and trim it down a little bit while it's attached to your book. That's what I'm going to do because it's a little too much. That's perfect. Because we're going to add something else there too. And if this is a little too much, then we just do this. I'm going to cut that whole little piece off. And save your scraps. Because you can tie it, you can use these for the tags. And all I used was just one little strip from my jelly roll. It looked like this. In case you just joined me. That's what it looked like. And I still have, this is the same strip. I have some left. So definitely do something with that. Oh my gosh, I have this all over me. All right, now that that's attached, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do one at a time and let it dry. So let's do the back first. I'm going to take my glue while it's still open. and just kind of measure, see where you go. And you could do the same thing. Put your little squiggly line in there. And then have at it. Push that baby down. Now, if you need help with holding it on this part, what I would suggest is clips. Something like this. A chip clip. Those little strong clips that you get in the craft section. And this part, you could actually stick in between, or you can even use a paper clip, to be honest. It's just to hold it there. It looks like it slipped a little bit, but that's just the back. And then, like I said, you could use a paper clip or whatever you have. And we're going to let that piece dry, and then we'll do the front. So that's it so far. I'm not going to open it yet, even though I'm excited to. Okay, so I cut 2 tags. Let me go ahead and string my tags. I have my hole punch. I don't have a normal hole punch, you guys. I have a really small hole punch that I got from Desert Industries when I was visiting Arizona. My sweet friends over there. But you could use a regular hole punch. I'm actually just going to punch 2 little punches so it's big enough, because I don't have my other one right now. You can use jute or whatever if you didn't choose to do this, but we're just going to put these through. And you just grab it. Well, that's what you're supposed to do. It's small enough. You can do it like this with a little loopy, or you can tie it. I happen to like this part though, because it kind of hangs out of your book. Thank you, Sharon. And for some reason, this one has 3, but that's okay. We can work with that. Oh, yeah, that's fine. All right, so we'll do the same thing with this one. So we'll leave that a couple minutes here, and we're gonna get our little other printables that came with this out again. You can trim that off if you wanted. It's stuck to the, that's okay. And there's that one. Desert Industry, so fun. I forgot you went there, Beth. Man, I would go there twice a week if I lived there. And you know what's funny? I know Sandra isn't on anymore, but there's been a lot of times where I've talked to her and I've heard her say to me, oh, I was just at Goodwill, or oh, I was just at Desert Industries. She goes more often than she says, I think. All right, you guys. So those are our tags. We're going to put them in. I'm going to start a hidden paper clip for you. Let me just make sure. Okay, I do have a paper clip. Oh, that's kind of beat up. Let me make sure I actually have some paper clips I can use, because these ones are small. Oh, I'm hoping, because I've moved things around. And we definitely need them. But you guys, this is such a good value for less than $3 for all these printables, and for it to be like put together. And her tutorial is so easy. Ah, I found them, you guys. Beth understands. The struggle is real, girl. The struggle is real. Okay. I'm going to do 2 different ones. Let me just get another white one out there. I don't even know what all this is. This is garbage. Why it's in there, I don't know. Okay. My drawer will not shut now. Oh, the struggle. That's okay. I need to get in here and find out what I use and what I don't. Desert Industries. Okay, so I will say there's a few different ways you can do these. And we're just going to pick, I really like this. Really like this background. So there's no particular rhyme, reason. There's no particular perfect way to do these. You're just gonna do them. I mean, we'll pick these couples out for now. So you could make them bigger or you can make them smaller. If you want them bigger, longer hidden paper clips, you would need bigger size paper, longer size paper. We're just going to use strips of these though to do them. So, and it's been a minute since I've done them, so you gotta wait. Let me get my bearings. So basically what we are going to do is we're going to kind of glue this inside of our papers, and then we're going to do something over it, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to eyeball this. Let me do, yeah, that's good. We're going to just pretend it's a straight line because I don't feel like taking out my paper cutters. And now we're going to make the one that's going to go on top of this, we're going to make it a little bit thinner and smaller. So we are trying to see. Oh, there's Santa's face. Okay. So we're going to go a little bit thinner. And we're not going to go as long. I had a whole tutorial on this recently. So if you guys have questions, you'll still get to, I can repost it for you. I have the larger version of that paper pad. I'm jealous. They didn't have the larger version of my paper pad. See, Christy did not cut a straight line, but that is okay. All right. So now you still have that in here, right? You need to put your paper clip in between the two pieces of paper. Now we're going to, trying to put it back upside down again, we're going to glue it over this. And I'm going to use the fabric tack just because. So this will stay together with that paper clip, but now we're going to use this. And let's look, I didn't put the thingy on it. All right. Just going to go around the edges. And of course you can make it however you want. You can make them whatever shapes. I've seen people do them in circles. All right. I'm also going to use this glue so you can see that it'll work on both. It will work on both, especially with the Scotch glue. Amy, do you use Scotch glue? Because if you don't, you need to get yourself some. I know you'll like it. Pretty sure you'll like it. Okay. I'm going to put my top on this for now. Now, I'm going to use one of my Woodland creatures. And I want to do this little deer. This is right up here. Let me cut it off my paper. Now this would be a perfect time to use a sticker and put your sticker down on it. But I printed them all in cardstock. I didn't think to put it on stickers. But I would use these ones put on stickers. You could stick them on anything. All right. So do I want to put the mouse? Guys, I'm changing my mind. We're going to do the mouse because that is the other background I want to use and it'll look better with the deer. And now we're going to have this on top of this. And that's going to be our paper clip. I'm just going to do a glue stick for now. You guys could use the fabric tack, or even tacky glue would work with this, honestly. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to do here. I don't have but so many different glues. Oh, you have so many different glues. I'm telling you, try this one if you run out of the other one. You might like it. I think you will. I'm going to put just a piece of this. You guys, I found this at a thrift store. It's like little tiny ribbon. Look at how cute that is. I've used this with so many of my crafts. And yes, I'm just putting it under here. It should work with this glue, but it may not because I doubled it. I'm just going to stick that in there. And I'm just using this as a little embellishment. Hi, Terry. How are you? Okay. We'll let that in there, but isn't that cute? So, just to give you an idea, this is how it would go in your journal, and it would hold something there. Like, say, it's going to hold like your Christmas list. There's your hidden paper clip. So I'm going to make one more. I'm going to make this one a little bit wider so you guys can see, because this deer is a little wide. You guys, I got the cute. Well, I was waiting for my daughter at the dentist, which, by the way, took forever today. I couldn't handle it. It was terrible. Okay, I'm going to show you what we're going to do too. We're going to do a little bit of background, but I'm going to do a circle. You're doing good, Terry. I'm so glad to hear it. Hi, Betsy. I went into TJ Maxx because it's right there by her dentist office, and I probably need to open this so it'll work properly. And I found the cutest bag, and I have to show you. But give me 1 second so I can do this. I always line up, when you have design paper, you can always go like this and line it up. So we're going to add that one on there. So technically, you'll have two. So there we go. Now we have this, and we're going to put this here on top, and then we'll put our cute little deer on there. I hope I'm not boring you guys to death. We're just hanging out tonight. We're just creating. You guys, I get so tired sometimes, and I don't feel like creating, and I love watching you all create. But like I told Beth earlier on her live, I really need to start creating more because I have a show and I have almost nothing for it. I'm almost ready to pull out. Yes, you heard that right, Sharon. I would just give you my table anyway, but we'll see what happens. I may not. I'm not a quitter, but I think sometimes life just happens and you just have to go with the flow. You can't fight life sometimes. It won't work. All right, we're going to put this cute little deer here. And then we have to do our other side of our journal. I'm trying to pace myself a little bit. Just so you guys know I'm here hanging out with you. So does anybody have any new Christmas plans this year, like me, like the whole celebrating early thing? Does anybody have anything unique going on that otherwise you may not normally do? some people go on, you know, different trips and stuff. And honestly, you guys, you could sell, I mean, there is a little disclosure on hers, but as long as you alternate it, you guys can sell some of, you know, these. Shows are a lot of work. What date is it? It's the weekend before Thanksgiving. Yes, you heard that right, which will be here before we know it, right, Beth? Okay, and of course, I don't care if that back end shows. You could always put something on the back of that, though. So there are our 2 hem paper clips. So cute. I love these. I mean, I have some stuff that didn't sell last year, but do I really, is there a reason why it didn't sell? Like, that's what I'm thinking. But I probably can, I know I'm working on, in my head, I'm working on things, but in real life, I'm not. Like, I'm trying. We had to get Halloween out of the way because Halloween is big in our family. It's like huge. Okay, I'm over here like hiding my journal. Okay, so that's all on that side. Now we have to put it on this side, which we're going to do the same method with our glue. I know this thing. Yes, it is so soon. Oh my gosh, don't remind me. All right, so we're going to do squigglies. And with this one, I'm just going to stretch it a little bit so that it gives it a nice snug in there. Because I want it to be durable. I would still try to sell this here. It just takes the right buyer. Yes, I think so. I mean, I have lots of, I have backpack buddies. You know what those are. I have lots of headbands left. I want to make more. I do have a couple journals that I can sell. And I plan on making more. And I want to make some of those. You guys saw my little, these. I want to make these into the ornaments. And I'm going to try to sell those. Beth, did you see these? The little mini vintage patterns? I have so many vintage patterns that I need to copy. So, but we made those. And they have like a little, you could put a gift card inside, but they have like a little piece of the actual pattern inside that I cut. I don't know if you saw that or not, but I actually turned them into ornaments, and you could still open it and take the little pattern out by the way I glued them. But I think I'm going to try to sell those, and I have Grinch ornaments and all other kinds of things. So, okay. So while that's doing that, I'm going to take this to a page and show you guys how to put in your, we're just going to do regular for now, how to put in your titles and your tabs. So I'm going to make my Christmas mouse events because that's my favorite part of Christmas is all the events. You did see them. I know you've been so busy. It looks like your friends had so much fun while they were here. I'm so, honestly, it's so funny that you say we got to do Screaming at him. That would be something Robert would do. He would probably talk me into it though. He loves that stuff. I'm more of like the fun type kitty Halloween, and he's more of like the horror haunted house type. I did go to Howl-O-Scream with him once, and it wasn't something that I loved, but I told him, I said, we'll go again another day, like another year, another time. Cards, I'm going to put my Christmas card list. So we're going to just put our title page at the top. Now you can put it on the side, if you guys can see this, or you can put it on a corner, whatever you guys want to do, but I'm just putting mine at the side. That's the way she does it, and I like the way it was presented that way. So we'll put cards there. So let's see, we got events, cards. Let's see, gifts. This is a fox. I think of fox as hunting. So I'm going to do gifts because we always like to go hunting when we search for gifts. So I'm going to do gifts with her. And that's what I love about this kit, is that you don't always have to do it the way she wants. Traditions. I think the house should be traditions, because that's usually where we do our traditions, is at home usually. Okay. So we got traditions. I know there's one page in here. I think I'm going to make that ideas. So I'm just going to stick it in there for now till I can open that. All right, so this one is just a regular page. So I'm going to put my pocket over here. So if I have like receipts or something I need, in case I need to find the right size or something, I'm going to stick it in the pocket so I can keep my receipts in here. And this is what I mean by it's more of a planner. Now, when you do a pocket, guys, you are going to do 3 edges only, because you need a place to put that in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do right up this, I know it's white, so you guys can see. I'm going to do right up the side, down this part, and right up this part. So I'm going to leave a little bit of a pocket. In fact, you could technically put it in a corner and just do those sides. Just the 2 sides? Yeah, let's just do the 2 sides. So I need to do this side and that side. And I'll show you. Because now we'll have like I know it's white, but you guys can see where I put that glue. Can you see the glare? All right. So we're going to put it as a side pocket. That way it's kind of like a tuck. My neighbors are out here. What time is it? Oh, it's 10. It's almost 10:30 here. Wow. I guess I've been on for about an hour and a half. I think that's the longest I've been live. We're almost done though. I don't have to put in all my labels. I may add stuff later. Who knows? Okay. Let's do stockings. I'm going to do stockings because that's like gifts, like the other fox. You guys, I'm so excited about this. Am I going to use it? Absolutely. Am I going to use it all the way through Christmas? We'll see. Because Christy is really bad at learning how to continue to do things. I don't know. It's really weird. Okay, I'm going to do to-do. I'm trying to think if there's any other tabs on that sheet. I don't think so. Stockings. We'll do food. We'll do the birds for food. You guys, I'm probably going to be not cooking for Thanksgiving this year, just because, here's a little update. My niece, as you know, or maybe not, had her baby a bit early, and he is doing good. They sent him home for the first time last night, and he wasn't due until November, and he was born like end of December. So they did send him home last night. He is doing well, but for obvious reasons, they don't want to travel with a baby in, still a fragile state, and so far, because we live about 2.5 hours from them. So we are probably not going anywhere for Thanksgiving, or doing anything. We might go up to my in-laws, but I'm going to put the shopping list in the back because that's the worst. My least favorite thing to do is grocery shop. I just don't like it. And my husband refuses to do online shopping because he likes picking his own meats. So, all right. That should be on there pretty good. Yes. So we're going to put ideas here. All right. So I'm calling this a planner. You can make it a journal or a glue book or a memory maker, whatever you want to do, because this is yours. I'm going to add a couple more things to this. Now, one other thing I wanted to tell you and also suggest, if you wanted one of those that have the little ribbon here that you tie at the edge, if you wanted to do that, you would put a string on the inside before you glue down your cover piece, whether it be you need to do it to the back and the front so you can tie them together. Now, I didn't do that because I don't really need one. I'm just going to kind of keep this in a nice spot. But if you did want to tie it together, that's where you would want. You would want to glue it before you glue down these pieces. That's the other thing I wanted to show you. Now, the Christmas tabs are a lot of fun. So what you can do, you can go ahead and fold them. And depending on how well you cut it out, you just go with the flow. But if you didn't cut it out that great, just kind of try to have them match evenly. I was actually watching Beth and just try to cut and watch what she was doing when I was cutting these out. It was a lot of fun. So we're going to just cut a few of these tabs and I'll show you. Okay. So we are going to kind of just glue them on the inside and outside. Now, you don't want to push them down all the way because then nothing will stick out. You just want to line it up with that square piece at the bottom. So let's give this a try. I'm going to go ahead and do glue on each side of just those pieces, just the bottom squared off part. And I'm going to start at the top. You can start at the back, however, but I'm going to stagger them throughout the journal. So if I put one this way, my next one is going to be on my next page, and it's going to go about here. And we'll do this one next. Make sure you don't glue them to two papers. I agree about online shopping. Pick your own meat and produce. Yes. Now, if you just needed, I know we did a lot of that during, the COVID times and stuff. We did. If you just needed canned goods or laundry soap or whatever. We did do a little bit of that here and there, but I don't know. I guess you spend less because you're not there to see what else they have. And especially you don't go grocery shopping hungry. Everybody knows that. But I don't know. Sometimes I miss just being able to drive up and get my groceries. Hi, Donna. How are you? We're making a Christmas planner. Oh, I'm so happy you're here. Okay. So now that I got those two, I'm going to do my third page now. And I'm going to glue the squared off pieces again. I wish somebody was here to give me a drink. Donna, I love my stuff from you. I'm looking at the envelope you sent me. All right, so we got that. Now we're working on our third one. And you just kind of line it up. So this, again, is a Christmas planner that helps you kind of prepare yourself for the holidays, everything that needs to be done. This is perfect for, especially if you know someone in your family that is a host. You can make this for them. And like I said, you can make as many as you want. Obviously, it's going to cost a little bit of money to put into your printer and your paper. and whatever scraps and stuff you have. You guys, I'm going to skip the tab on this one because we did put our pocket there, and I don't want to overload my pocket because it's not going to look right because it already says like deck the halls. I'm trying to catch people when I can. Oh, I know. I try to always catch you when you're on. I love you. I just love you. Oh, Donna, I meant to tell you, you have to go back and look at my mother-in-law's Halloween party. I did a whole video on it. I think I posted it yesterday. Let's see. This is Tidings of Comfort and Joy. I'm going to do that one next. So I'm going to skip the pocket page, go down here. Again, you want to make sure that you're not sticking two together because then you just ruin that one. Oops. And just only glue you could probably glue the whole thing, but I'm not worried about it. You would love it, Donna. I will. Oh, you saw some pics? I posted a whole video on it. It's like a 4-minute video. Ooh. I pulled this right off, you guys. Hold on. It was amazing. It's a lot of work, though. Like, I don't even have my Halloween down because we were helping with hers. I was hoping to get some done today, but we got so caught up at my daughter's dentist appointment. Okay, and now we're going to start over. Oh, yes. I know. We were from the Jungle Cruise, and we dressed my dog up. My poor dog, my other dog, he's deaf, and he already just doesn't really know what, he's very observant, but sometimes he gets freaked out because he can't hear. So we didn't dress him up this year. We just dressed up poor Chloe. But we dressed her up as like the leopard / jaguar because they look the same. From the movie Jungle Cruise. You want to see the video now? It's all of her she has over 40 animatronics. We counted them. Some are small, a lot of them are big. But she has we had a graveyard, we had the Deadly Daycare, we had DJ Death, we had skeletons we had pirates in the boat because they have a boat, and they have what's that thing called? I'm going to put another one on here. What is that thing called? AV? The AV? And then we had legs underneath like the lawnmower, like somebody got run over. No disrespect to anybody who may have actually gotten run over, but we just kind of did it all up. It was amazing though. You saw them? I know, I had to. It's so weird, though, because there was so much going on. I didn't get a chance to go back and really, I'm going to do Merry Christmas down on the next one. I didn't get a chance to go back and take the pictures at night, but honestly, it's so dark out there because it's the country, so you couldn't really see anything at night. You just saw the lights. But next year, I'll get more because we do it every year. And we usually do it on a weekend that's good for everybody. And we seem to be doing it at the end of Halloween every year. And it just works for us. Like, I know you do yours early, Donna. We're doing it's an ATV. Thank you, Sari. It shows how much time I've spent in the country. Just my husband. That's all my husband. Okay, we're going to do one more tab on this baby. And like I said, this is just to give you an idea of what you can do. I kind of like the tabs because it helps me, find it. And they don't all match, but it's fine. You can flip them over and use the other side. You know. I have a lot of glue on my fingers, though. I need to wipe my fingers off. Yes, we do second week in October. Then I take everything down. Yes, because you're so ready. That's what we did. We took everything down on Sunday My husband took time off work because we can't leave that all to them. It's a lot. When you see the video, you'll see. Okay, guys, there's only a couple things I want to do to this. And I did get some embellishments and things off. Like, I got this, so you could, you know, glue it somewhere. You could do some vine. Yeah, I am a city girl. I don't even know what. I don't think I've ever been on an ATV. Or that's not true. I think Robert took me on it once. Oops. Okay. Oh yeah, I wanted to do one more. Let me show you. Let me do this cute little hedgehog. So I had my hole punch, right? Outside stays up till Halloween. Oh, you just do the inside. I gotcha. Yeah, we take it all down and we put it all away. They actually have a shed with just Halloween. It's kind of funny. That's just what happens. All right, do I want to do this or I may have cut this too. No, maybe not. All right, let me see. Let me see if this will work. Yeah, it'll work. Okay. I just kind of lined up my print in here. And now I have this little guy. And I'm going to use, I was going to use my coffee paper too, but I'm going to cut another piece. This is my other paper clip that we're going to have sticking out with some ribbon. It's going to be so cute. Okay. There we go. I love this, you guys. This is the exact, wow, I just said, sold my big horse, goat, moving animatronic, too much stuff. Really? Oh, they have a shed just for Halloween. She does not play. All right, so with your paper clip, make sure this part is facing down, but you're going to glue the top of this inside with your two pieces like that. This is why I love this stuff. And this will kind of stick out the top. So we're going to use regular glue because we can. Okay. I'm surprised you guys are hanging out with me so late, but I'm so excited you're here. Thank you. Yeah, we would have probably went to Texas to buy that from you if needed. My mother-in-law is crazy with that. We all love it, though. It's her time of year. It's like her thing. That and Christmas. She takes that seriously as well, too. Okay, well, this isn't going to dry that quick, but you guys get it. So that is going to stick out of the journal. I'm going to do a flip through of this tomorrow when it's all kind of put together a little bit nicer. But I am going to do one more thing, and that is add a little bit of vintage lace to this. And this lace came from Miss Marsha with Heart and Soul Creations by Marsha. And I'm just going to do a little bit at the top. Actually, do I want to? Yeah, I think I'm just going to do a little bit at the bottom and just glue it just to give it a little bit more texture. I'm not even using this whole piece. But you guys can coffee stain whatever fabric, whatever you have from your, you know, that you get thrifting or whatever. In fact, we could even put a little ribbon at the top. That part I'll do later, though. All right, just a little bit more fabric tack. And I'm going to put it on a little bit on the paper, a little bit on this piece. And you could even wrinkle it a little bit just to give it a little bit more texture. And if you really wanted to finish this off really well, you could put another piece of ribbon here, or I have a cute little vintage like velvet bow. You can get these different places. So I think I'm going to, I don't know, I kind of like that on the top. But I'll play around with it. We can even do a vintage button, or, oh, I kind of like the star. You don't want to put it in a weird spot where you can't open it, because you want to be able to use this. Let me glue this cute little star on here. I know I love that. And look, I have jingle bells too. I'll probably end up putting a few different things on here. But just so you know, this is what we're doing tonight. I use my inks on the little slices of wood. Sometimes you can get these at Dollar Tree. I think I like this one better. Yeah. I did it on both sides just in case, just to see what it would look like. Haha, just kidding. Sometimes fabric tack will get a little tacky. It will get a little dry on you and it'll start to stretch. So that's when you know to put your cap on it. Isn't it cute? I know my table's a mess now, but it's okay. You guys, I'm usually up for another couple hours after this anymore. But I love, love, love it. And you can also like attach this in there if you wanted to have it like peeking out. I know I've seen some people make like the little bookmarks, and I actually make mine, I've made them out of straws. Oh, I should show you. Hold on. And then I'll go. And then I'll leave you. This is actually with one of the ephemera packs that I have for sale. The one I have for sale. I actually did this, and this is on a straw, and it goes into a little journal, and then you have like a little tuck thing coming out. So I might do that with this. I just have to find, I do have Christmas. I do have Christmas. If anybody loves otters and needs some journaling items for otters, I've got you. I have one for sale. All right, I have this one. It's not as dingy as I'd like it to be for this type of journal, but you guys will at least see it. You're getting like me night owl. I know. And then when Robert comes, you know, I'll be back to the old ways when he's not working nights anymore. You guys, it's so lonely here. Okay, and then this would be a cute way to put your little jingle bell through it too. These are so tiny, guys. These are vintage. I'm going to attempt it because we're here. My life is long enough anyways. Oh, it's working. You love my blanket? Of course you do. I got it at Burlington last night. My daughter wanted to go to Burlington because, okay, here's a fun story while I'm trying to thread this through. So when the hurricanes happened over a year ago, the Burlington Coat Factory that is literally right down the street from us, like probably a mile and a half, like we could walk there. It's that close. It caved. We're just going to twist it a couple times so we can get it in there. See, now I got a jingle bell. It caved, the ceiling caved in. And we had to start shopping at a different one that was a little bit further away. It was only like maybe 20 minutes away. And they told us what happened, and they said, oh, that store's closed for good. Well, all of a sudden I saw the sign light up again, and then they moved the sign on the other side of the building. So I thought they moved the Burlington into the Ashley Furniture that closed down because they didn't have the ceiling on the Burlington. So Kaylee and I were wondering, so we checked it out last night. So this is how you would do it. So it's obviously you would glue it down, but that actually looks really cute. And in this instance, you would shorten it just by a bit. so it all fit in there. And of course, this is optional. You don't have to have it this way. Some people just, you know, keep it on a shelf and like things hanging out. But anyway, so I'm not sure if anybody knows that. I don't even know when they reopened. I didn't think to ask the girl because they were closing. But when I was in there, they had all this Christmas stuff. That's where I got my Santa. That's where I got my gingerbread and my corals tree back here. I don't know if you guys could tell in the video. I'm going to do, when I organize this, I'm going to do a video of it all. But you guys, they had my Christmas Care Bear blanket. And yes, I've been looking for this blanket I wanted the Halloween one and the Christmas one. And last year I couldn't find either of them. And I don't know if they just set them out, but look at this. This is my vibe. And she's got her candy canes. And this is the old 80s character. This is the artwork, I should say. The artwork. But yeah. I had to. I told my husband, I said, I know I wasn't supposed to get myself anything for Christmas, but and he knows. He's like, I don't care. He knows I've been looking for it for a long time. All right, so let me stick my little paper clips in here. I don't think I did this one right, you guys, but you guys know what I mean. It was supposed to go inside, but you get it. You get it. Thank you, Donna. All right. So, and then this cute little one with the mouses. So, and in this instance, you can just kind of you can put them on the side. And they still work just as well. So, yeah. We got some tags and some ephemera pieces that you can put in here. Like I said, you don't have to use this as a planner. You can just use this as putting Christmas pictures in. You know, your grandkids with Santa Claus. But yeah, she did a great job with this. The fan's blowing all my stuff now. But I'm going to tuck my little tags in here for now, so you guys can see. And then you guys have all of these to choose from. You can make Christmas cards, and you guys could make ATCs with the rest. I might do that on another live. Or maybe a tutorial. But I will put the link in my comments. Oh, and let me get this little guy. We gotta stick him out. He matches the journal, you guys. I love him. I'm glad you love it. Okay, so again, you make it your own. So now we have the ideas. And we have some of our other little paperclip friends in here that we made. All with, and look how much I have left. You could probably print the pages twice and use all the tags and everything for different, for another journal. You could probably make a couple of these. But again, it's not just one and done. You can print out a few of these, and it's with My Porch Prints, and it's less than $3 for all of these printables. Very reasonable. There's our little things and our little tabs, and all of this is strictly up to you what you want to use and what you don't want to use. And that I wanted to finish, and I did. It took 2 hours, but hey, we finished. And there's our back. So let me know in the comments what you would do differently, or if you would change it up, in what kind of way would you change this up? I think it looks super cute. Here is the front again with the lace. I love it. I love it. And I think this would be really cute just for like Christmas memories. You can bring this out every Christmas and set it in front of the tree or on your coffee table and just look through it. And I'm all about the memories here. So thank you, Kathleen. Yes, I hope I gave you guys enough ideas. So next week, or is it this next week? No, I don't really usually do another journal time, but actually we'll probably do it Friday. I think Friday I have an amazing little craft for you on Friday. I'm still working out kinks, but I found some things and I'm putting my mind together because you know me. And if I can get all the stuff for it, I believe on Friday, I'm going to have a nice, amazing little craft for you that is very unique. And it does have to do with ornaments that you can make. And of course, it does have to do with paper. So hopefully you'll come back and see me sometime on Friday. As long as all goes well, you know, I will message you. I will probably not be on tomorrow because I have so much to catch up on. I lost a lot of time today and I have to get my Halloween down. So thank you, Terry. That's what I try to do, cute and useful things. And Thursday's ATC Thursday. So so of course I'll be on at 7 p.m. on Thursday, and Friday we may have a nice little amazing craft for you. And I hope you guys will follow some of my friends on here if you're not already following. If you're watching this on replay, tell me what your favorite part was, what your favorite page was, and what you would do differently. And again, when this live is over, I will go back after I charge my phone because I'm at 8%, and I will tag the link of this particular Etsy print that you can buy. Hi, Mandy. I'm just popping off because it's almost 11 and it's like not my bedtime yet, but it's most people's bedtime. So go watch my replay. We just made this whole journal together. It's so cute, so fun. So I love you guys, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye.